Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Prescott now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun. Swing to the field, right.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
26, Mike. Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. Gun. 26.
Second down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Go to 54. Wide. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A give to Elliott. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here go 46. Swing to the field, right. To the right. Go. Get out there. 26.
Running with Elliott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff. Forced out to his... And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Tyrone Crawford. Able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A Dallas 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Gun. 58, gun. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out. Gun. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The L.A. Rams in the midst of their open week right now, coming off one of the most exhilarating football games in the NFL we've seen in a while. That 54-51 victory over Kansas City.
And think about everything that went into that victory, because it was a game that the whole league and anyone who likes football couldn't wait to see. It was supposed to be in Mexico City, which would have been played at altitude. So the Rams got out of L.A. and went to Colorado Springs to train the week before the game. Turned out the game got moved back to the Coliseum. And in the NFL, if you move a game away from your home base and you're going to play in London or Mexico City, if you're the designated home team, you have to hold your stadium for it just in case. And that kicked in, and then we had a game for the ages with Kansas City. That was a blast.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Listen.
Out of the gun, gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
46. Let's go, get out, get out. Let's go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the rain? No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there, get out there. Right here. Good. 26.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
26.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Good. Here we go, go to 54, line 8.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
17.
On 1st and 10, Goff steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, line 8. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Swing to the field, right. To the right. Here we go, 47, 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Cooper was the intended target. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go, 46. Here you go.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Super.
Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. Super 1. Cut. 120. Horrible. 12. Horrible.
Here's Goff now on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. First down, Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
46. Good. 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, kill.
On second down, Prescott again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down is gone. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. David Irving breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long. It's gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Gurley again here on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
DC. Starting left here. 17.
Now it's gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Get up. Everyone count. 26.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch, hey. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Here you go. Here we go, count. Go, get out there.
Now Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, switch.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
26, 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Get out there. 26.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The point after is good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Super 66.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76. 76.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
And his kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
They find some open field here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Goff on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 38. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball in.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Left.
To the air again. Goff. Throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Everyone go four down. 26, Mike.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. There we go. 198. Here you go. 58, right over there. Gun. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Buying time to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing here, Prescott. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
46. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. Here we go, 46.
Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Prescott to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
46.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Cooks on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second and 10. Goff again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
20, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't